Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is hump day, so I hope you guys are enjoying your Wednesday so far. While you are here, go ahead and like the video before you forget and hit subscribe if you are feeling the vibe. Do not forget, I have my personal channel. The most recent video I uploaded is how to get over a breakup. And I have some more personalized content on there. I will be uploading my video tomorrow of day in the life of a working from home mother of three. So anybody who's interested in remote work and kind of like how to set up their work area with like a toddler, etc. I'm going to be posting that tomorrow. So again, that content is for people who are interested in the content creator behind the content. So that will be linked in the comments. Now, today's video is going to be My Best Friend Secretly Hated Me Part 5. I really enjoy these videos of the best friend / frenemies because I feel like we all have a story of experiencing a frenemy. And the more and more I hear, the more and more I learn with warning signs to look out for, etc. So you guys are going to be hearing all the stories of women sharing their experiences where their best friend or friend secretly hated them. So go ahead and watch that, and I'll give my commentary at the end.
What's something your friend did to you that made you realize they are no longer your friend?
So this friend was very spiritual. She loved doing chants and manifestation, the stuff with the powder. So one night I was sleeping and I heard her chanting. So I rolled over and did the just to, make it seem like I was so asleep. She was in her spiritual corner, whatever you want to call it, chanting. There were candles lit and she just was rocking back and forth like this. I literally hear her say, "May she never find love unless it's with me." I'm like, who could she possibly be talking about? Then she goes to say, "I curse her and her next love life unless it's with me." She raises up the doll, some doll. She raises it up like this with both of her hands. And it was a doll of me, identical to me. I couldn't deny this doll. It looked just like me. To confirm this even more, she wrote my name on the paper like 6 to 7 times in a square. Looked like scribbles. She wrapped it around the doll, said "I loved you," put it under the bed that I was sleeping in.
Where do I begin? Sis not only took one credit card, she couldn't just take one. She took 2 credit cards from me. Max was out before she went on vacation. So yeah, she went on a shopping spree on my dime. She also took my social security number and opened up a cell phone as well as cable in my name. And the only reason why I found out is because the friend that she had that she thought was her friend but really wasn't her friend, her and that friend fell out. And the friend came back and told me everything she did with my And to make matters worse, she was helping me look for the credit card because I had to report it lost because I couldn't find it. Whole time, sis had it.
What's something your friend did? What's something your friend did to you that made you realize they are no longer your friend?
Back when your girl was an accountant, I tried to be friends with other accountants. This girl had been in my house. I had taken her to and from work. Like, I had given her, she had money for me, okay? We were friends. And so one day I'm out on the floor counting, like, I'm living life. She's back in the dressing room. We had this little clothing lady in there, and she is sitting at the clothing lady's little thing, and they check the camera. Why does this girl steal something from the clothing lady? So they go through her locker. I don't know any of this is going on because I'm still out on the floor, and they don't know any. I don't know this is going on. They check her locker. They didn't find the thing, so they called me to the back because she told them that she gave it to me. I had been doing my job. I was doing my job. So I was like, no smoke. Like, I'm gonna open my locker. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And she goes to, like, she's still at the manager, like, crying, telling a bold-faced lie, like, crying, saying that I took this. And I'm like,
have you ever had a friend that just secretly hates you? Because I have, and it was terrible. Let's call mine Ashley. So we were all like a group of friends in Nashville, and Ashley and I were like really obsessed with each other until one night we all went out and we met this guy named Nate. After the night, we like were FaceTiming, and I was like, oh my god, that Nate guy was so hot, right? And everyone was like, yes, he was so hot, except for Ashley. She was just smiling over in the FaceTime in the corner. So smug as a bug. 2 mornings later, she group FaceTimes us, and she's like, guess whose house I just woke up at? And we're like, oh my god, whose? And she was like, Nate's house. She group FaceTimed us to tell us. That way I couldn't have a reaction, or else I looked crazy, right? So I was silenced. Was I silent or was I silenced? I was silenced. I ran into my roommate's room, and I was like, after the FaceTime, and I was like, oh my god, that was weird, right? Like, she's a snake. I already knew, immediately I knew. And she was like, yeah, that was weird. That was so, like, maybe she thought that you were being like casual about thinking Nate was hot, right? And you were kind of joking about it. I knew she was a snake, but I didn't really care about the whole Nate thing, so whatever. He invites us all to a bonfire a couple weeks later, and he wanted to play a board game. He sits next to me, and she's across from him, but because he sits next to me, she's looking at me the entire time like this. And then she stands up, and she goes and does Nate's dishes in front of all of us. And she was like, I don't really feel like doing a board game when your kitchen is so messy. You could not catch me dead doing a man's dishes in front at a party he's throwing. Oh my god. That's when I was like, babe, you win. I don't know what game this is. I don't want to play. I don't do the dishes. I don't even do my own dishes. I'm not doing his. After that, she really started trying to become besties with my roommate and totally excluded me and everything. I was never invited to literally anything ever, and I would just sit in my room while they would go out, and that sucked. Me and Ashley had the same birthday though, and we still had kind of the same group of friends, and so we had to plan a birthday together, which was actually terrible. At the time, I had a really terrible boyfriend who was really mean to me, who lived in Canada, and I would tell them stories about him, and like it was just like an ongoing joke about how we would break up every other day. And he was coming from Canada to Nashville for my birthday, so he meets all of my friends, and he's meeting Ashley, and she comes up to him, and he was being charming, of course, he can do that in front of people. She was like, oh my god, you are nothing like Becca described you. Nothing. Like, so different than what I expected, Becca. I was like, no, sick, yeah, you have no idea what you just did, because he's definitely gonna push me off a cliff later. He's gonna find a cliff to push me off of, so that was sick. Thanks, Ashley, for real. I grabbed my roommate to take her to the bathroom to tell her what Ashley had just done, and when I come back, my boyfriend grabs me, and he's like, okay, Becca, I know it's her birthday, and I know she's your friend, but that Ashley girl, she just hit on me while you're in the bathroom. Now that I think about it, I don't blame her. Like, it kind of seems like they were a match made in heaven. I should set them up. So, yeah.
I damaged my hair to try to not look like me because someone else was trying to look like me. I've been speaking a lot about my hair transformation journey lately, so I just want to let you guys know the backstory why it even got that damaged, because it is a movie in itself. Okay, so a couple years ago, I became friends with someone, okay? So I thought we were like decent human beings. This person was like clearly on a mission from day one. And it all started with boy issues. Like, homegirl even tried to date my ex-boyfriend. Like, she even asked me if she could. But let's move past that, whatever. So her doing the makeup exactly like mine. Even her sister had brought it up that she was doing her same exact makeup. Also, that period of time, I was like into a certain type of guy. And all of a sudden, she's into a certain type, you know, when you go through your phase of like a certain ethnic or whatever, race or whatever. She even tried to claim my Latina background. She tried to speak Spanish or learn Spanish, which, listen, to each their own. Like, I don't mind that at all. But because to me, your only Hispanic friend? My people don't want to claim you. Why do you want to learn Spanish where you're not even nice to the one Hispanic person that you know? People be like, what race are you? She'd be like, people say that I look like a Latina. They didn't ask you what race do you look like or what race do people say you look like. They asked you, what are you? You're not Latina. So that's why I'm like, this girl, like, stop it. And she tried to take over like my friends and family. And it was like the little mannerisms, like I would always put fruits inside of my soda water. There she goes putting fruits inside her soda water. All these little things that like individually aren't that big of a deal, but when you start adding everything up in the picture, it's like, It took so long for me to finally be like, does this girl want to be like me or be me? When I would tell her about it, she's like, you just inspire me. So everything was inspiration, but I'm like, not too flattered. Slowly, she did start looking like me. She even started parting her hair like me onto the side. Like, it was just so crazy. But the real kicker is that she was actually really mean to me. What really drove me crazy above the looking alike thing is that she, in front of people, would treat me so nice. It was just the crazy mind games. Like, I've never in my life experienced something like this. It was level 100 psychotic. Anyway, so we would go on live together and people would just like be like, you guys look like sisters, you guys look like twins, and you guys look so alike. And you could like just see, like, she'd be like, oh my god, yes, they say that all the time. It was just such a nasty feeling to me because this is the same person that treats me like crap. So I just got to the point that I could not stand one more person saying that she looked like me, because that was her goal. That's exactly what she was trying to do. Look like me or be me, I don't know. And it sounds cocky, I know. It took a long time for me to like accept that was happening, because I thought it was the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. The way that she would react when people would say it was just weird. I got desperate. So I dyed my hair blonde, and I knew it was going to damage my hair. And it's honestly been a journey to get my hair back how it was before and not damaged. So that's why I am going so crazy over this shampoo and conditioner. It literally changed my life, as in like not only confidence, but I feel like I'm closing that chapter in a way of my life, because like I sacrificed my hair and I had already previously worked so hard to repair my hair. This hair, guys, it's like beautiful, luscious, sleek, shiny, no buildup. Like, it's heaven sent. God sent this shampoo and conditioner into my life, I swear. This is it right here, guys. I promise you will not regret it. Was it worth it? I think so, because it definitely did decrease the people saying, oh, you guys look like each other or whatever. And like, I was like, thank God. Like, so I had to look like not me anymore, just so I can like keep a little bit of my sanity.
Y'all already know, because I say this in my previous videos when it comes to these frenemies, but you definitely need to have some type of spiritual discernment. That is for family members, that is for friends, that is for romantic partners. Have some type of spiritual discernment. Pray over you, pray over your family, pray over your children. You just want to have some type of spiritual protection, because you never know what energies you are intermingling with. And I just feel like it's really crazy, especially that first story. Like, the fact that she seen her doing some spiritual stuff, like some bad spiritual stuff, I just cannot. Again, you just never know what people's doing behind closed doors. They can literally smile and act like they're all happy for you, but secretly not be. One of the things that I've told people before about how to look at a frenemy is, anytime you get some good news, like let's say you buy a house or you graduate or you're starting a business, whatever, listen to your friend's first reaction. Whatever their first reaction is, that's how they truly feel. So if you hear complete silence, then that silence speaks a lot, okay? But if you hear like genuine, like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you, like, let me know how I can support you, how can I help you, like bringing you cards and gifts and stuff like that, then their energy probably is genuine. But again, that's where your spiritual discernment come in. I remember when I always had a goal of being a first-time homeowner by the age of 30. And I remember I ended up finally like being able to buy my first house around the age of 26, I want to say. And I remember having people, you know, and it's not no huge house or anything like that, but it is a decent sized house, and it's bigger than like the house I grew up in, you know, and etc. So, and I remember people, you know, that I would bring to the house to look at the house, take a tour, etc. And, you know, sometimes I would see people just have no type of reaction at all. Even my ex-husband, who I was with at the time, like, they wouldn't say anything like, oh, your house is nice or anything like that. They would just like stare like they don't want to say nothing, or like they bother. And I could feel that energy, like, dang, like, does this bother you? You know what I mean? Like, I could feel that energy, like people act like they was happy, but wasn't really happy when they was seeing the house and stuff. They had like no type of reaction. It was just very awkward of silence. But then there was my genuine people and friends. It was like, oh my gosh, you got to help me. Like, you know, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. You know, like, so just pay attention to stuff like that. Let me know any frenemy story times that you guys have had. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will see y'all in the next one.